I'm gonna take some test shots with this lens just in the room with the fancy lights, some things in focus, some things out of focus on Sony a7R III. We'll do a little IAF test as well in the room if you want to stick around for that.
Un apakaļaugšana. Un iziet tagad sānis kā ārā no kadra. Nāc priekšā, skaties šeit. Forši, nāc tagad lēnām tuvāk. Un tagad ātrāk kāpies. Un ātri pienāc tuvāk. Tā. Un tagad atpakaļ. Aizēju uz otru pusē ārā no kadra. Atpakaļ ātri. Priekšā. Nāc tuvāk. Tikai ne tuvāk par 80 centimetriem. Atpakaļ, notipies. Tiecalies. Un vēlreiz tuvāk. Parādīšas.
Hey guys, we're back with another lens, and I'm not going to be pretending I'm unboxing it because it is already outside of the box. But before we get to the actual lens, we really need to look at the box because I was recently in a need for a prime lens to take some portraits and some detail shots. And I was like, I used to own this Viltrox lens. I'm gonna go and buy a new one because I just really needed one. It's fairly cheap and you can literally just go and buy something like 420 euros. And I don't know how it's in like US or somewhere else in the world, but judging by the currencies, it should be something roughly really similar. I would say, I don't know, 400 to 450 maybe in dollars. Just my guess, don't quote me on that. And then I just looked at the box and I was like, something feels different. And here's the old box. And who would have thought they've changed so little about the box? So without myself knowing, because I was thinking, oh, I used to own this lens, I'll buy it again because it was solid. It was really solid. And I accidentally bought the Mark II FE, which felt very normal to me. And then I looked at the old box, and the old box says 85 F1.8 STM. And this one says AF 85 1.8 Mark II FE. So I've accidentally bought a better version of the same lens that I wanted to buy. And by FE, I kind of makes me think that this is specifically built for Sony. Like there's not some, just make a single lens and then just swap out the mount for different manufacturers. And it just felt so weird because I picked up the lens and I was thinking something feels different, and the lens hood is definitely different because the Mark 1, or we're gonna call the Mark 1 or the STM version, the lens hood was different. It was like solid, it was filled all the way through. It didn't have these little crevices. So yeah, accidentally ended up with Mark II, so we're making video about the Mark II. So what's new on the outside? Well, as I mentioned, the lens hood has these little crevices, and the other one was nice and filled. I actually like this one better. The font maybe and the writing on the lens itself has got a bit better, and I guess it looks a bit more professional because the first one just screamed at you, I'm Asian and I'm cheap. And other than that, everything is really exactly the same. The one thing I really like, the lens cap is slightly different as well. But they've actually made a lens cap and a lens hood in a way that you can, like for myself, I always struggle to put on a lens cap on the lens while the hood is on. Like it just doesn't go like how you want it. And I was gonna say how easy it is on this one, and now I'm failing. It is easy. So they've done it in a way that is actually really, really easy. I'm gonna take that off for now. We're gonna take the lens hood off. Yeah, if you're buying this and you're using Sony, I'm gonna show you how the old box looks so you know. So that is the old box. You can see it says STM, and on the top corner, oh my god, it says 85 1.8 E mount. And the new box The new box says AF85 1.8 Mark II FE, and the same goes for here as well. It says FE. Other than that, as far as I can tell, boxes are exactly the same. So let's walk around the lens. I have no idea what's the filter size on this. What is the filter? 72mm filter tread. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. And on the outside, really, we're just gonna go around maybe all the writings, and they had this on the old one, and they have it on this one too. God knows what that means, but it is there. You can see E-mount, and we're just gonna keep going around. There's an 85, 1.8. Weirdly enough, this one says STM, just like the old box says STM. So I'm just thinking if they have just rebranded the box, EDIF, and then you have this writing AF. Oh wow, okay, this writing actually is updated to Mark II FE, which I guess is cool. Then there's the logo, and that's pretty much it. Gives you information about the minimal focus distance of 80 centimeters. Actually feels quite far. I would love that to be a bit closer. And then the 72mm filter tread. You can have a quick look at the front element as well. Oh, it's so tricky looking in the display and trying to get this in focus. So yeah, that's the front element here. And they have kept the USB connector on this side here. You can see it for firmware updates. And the previous video that I made, I kept on bragging about how this is the video before the update, and I'll make another one after I update the lens. It turned out the lens was already updated, so everything I say in that video is an utter bullcrap. And I've got the old spec sheet here. I'll show you what's in the box. It's exactly the same as the old one, but we're gonna compare the spec sheets, and there are actually some really cool differences. Well, some cool differences in these two lenses, and it opens the same as the old one. You slide this little thingy off, which actually comes off much easier than the old one, and then this comes off. I love these boxes that Asian manufacturers, like, this is so solid. And the best thing about these, well, you get these pouches, no one ever used them, but you get these things inside. I absolutely love these boxes that comes with these. Like, you are 100% sure the lens is gonna be nice and dandy and fine and nothing's gonna be damaged on it. You get your warranty card that no one can read or understand. And there is the spec sheet of the new one, and that's what the inside looks like with the same nice foam insert. So the old spec sheet and the manual seems much thinner than the new one. And for some reason they've chosen, this one's in English, the old one, and for the new one, I guess there are multiple. Oh, right, okay, I found English now as well. So it's gonna be very easy to compare. And the first thing that really jumps into my eyes, obviously I don't have the old version with me right now, but the weight on the old one, the Mark I, shall we call it. I suppose if the weight difference is so big, they haven't just rebranded the box, it must be a new lens then. The old one, 626 grams, which is, 1.38 pounds. The new one, 484 grams, which is 1.06 pounds. So this is fair amount lighter. I mean, I had used to the 24-70 2.8, and with this one it just feels super light. I'm gonna quickly run through and see what are the other major differences. It goes from 1.8 to f16, 9 aperture blades, full frame, blah blah blah. That's the same. Everything else is the same. 10 elements in 7 groups, that's exactly the same. Supports focus peaking, yes, nice. Supports in camera stabilization, which lens doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, and as far as I can tell, apart from the weight, which is a big one, 200 grams or like 0.3 pounds, it is like a lot for me. I'm gonna take some test shots with this lens just in the room with the fancy lights, some things in focus, some things out of focus on Sony a7R III. We'll do a little IAF test as well in the room if you want to stick around for that. But other than that, for the price, this lens performs really, really well. And we're going to do a similar video with this one like we did for the Samyang's 24-70 2.8, like the photo shoot type video. We're going to make a similar one with this lens. The weather has been absolute crap, so I'm just waiting for a nice day. So we can go out and shoot some portraits and full body shots and things like that, and we're gonna post that later. Maira's in the room as well. She's pretending to be my assistant. Yeah, nah? As always, she says as always, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do the video later on, but this has been like the unboxing and just a basic overview. Oh, by the way, it's like solid metal. Even the focus ring is metal. It's pretty much all metal apart from the caps and the lens hood, which for some reason I really like. It's just really well put together lens, and I can't wait to go out and shoot with it. So if you don't want to miss that video or any other upcoming videos, I was gonna make a video where we shoot the comet that's right now in the sky, but looks like I am the one unfortunate person in the whole YouTube's history that the weather is just not gonna let us to do it, and it's just cloudy, rainy, snowy. Big shame. I really wanted to try and shoot my first comet ever, actually, with this lens. But yeah, I will see how it goes. Maybe the weather turns around and we get a chance. But as far as I'm aware, it's gonna go right by my nose, which is a big shame. I'm really sad actually about that. But oh well, life is life. I suppose there's gonna be another comet eventually, hopefully within my life. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, really helps out at least to get to the 1,000 subs. And yeah, for the upcoming videos, make sure you hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of the future content. And you have no idea how tricky it was to set up those fairy lights. They look so good though, right? Yeah, right. See you next one. Bye bye.